Welcome to the second most wild ride on the internet. We're trying the best whiskey and solving all the problems. So buckle up for another episode out of Bassham Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. We're your host, Chris.
Chop.
Gator.
And Blake. Let's kick it off. What are we doing here?
Super Bowl.
So Logan Paul has officially made a deal with the UFC.
Not to fight, though.
This is such a clickbait fucking thing for sure. Because no, he's not going to actually fight with the UFC because clearly he's fighting with the WWE, which is way more legit. You know?
He's probably, I don't know, he's probably making more money.
Dude,
Yeah,
I saw a video of him in the WWE that was pretty badass, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they both jump off of the ropes at the same time and smash into each other? That was pretty cool. Come on.
Yeah.
It was. I'll give him that.
Yeah, they smashed. They both have herniated discs.
Dude,
now.
I'm totally down for this move. Like, completely just fuck off the, like, hey, we pretend to box thing, and then, like, just be WWE people.
Yeah, doing flips.
People.
Why is that funny?
Because they're not people. They're not real people.
They're goddamn monsters.
Yeah, they're WWE people.
They seem to do a lot less cocaine than they used to.
No, I bet they're still the same amount of cocaine, if not more.
They're better at
They just
hiding
handle their
it.
shit better.
Yeah. They use that clear cocaine now.
That was like Ric Flair's character. He's like, hey, I do cocaine. Like, that's what I do.
Macho Man Randy Savage? Are you kidding me?
God.
Dude, yeah, those guys were nuts, man.
I mean, in all fairness.
Fucking crazy.
I mean, UFC's got Bruce Buffer. Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, in all fairness.
He's basically Macho Man Randy Savage, right?
And they also have,
yeah, pretty much. Fair enough.
who's
maybe
the
he's
GOAT?
got a nicer jacket.
Who's the GOAT in the UFC?
Khabib.
Light heavyweight.
John Jones.
John Jones. Yeah, they have him, too.
Yeah, between him and Bruce Buffer, they do enough cocaine to, like, more than all the WWE or whatever it is.
I'm sure Connor's in there, too.
Yeah.
Do you think it's kind of bullshit that they're WWE now? Like, don't you remember when it was WWF and WCW?
Yeah.
I don't remember WCW. I remember WWF.
And what was the other one they had?
I don't think they're even like WWE anymore.
Wasn't it like X-Force or something?
Oh, I don't know.
No, you're thinking something different. We're talking wrestling.
X-Force.
He's thinking Strike Force, which was in
The Xtacles.
Because there used to be there was Strike Force, and then there was the one that Uriah Faber came from.
But there was
That all got bought up by UFC.
D-Generation X. Remember every kid in the 90s doing this?
I was thinking Raw. Remember Raw?
Oh, that was just Monday Night. Monday Night Raw.
Monday
That was
Night Raw.
WWF, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now,
but
now it's WWE Friday Night Raw or
WWE
something.
just doesn't have the same, like, I don't know. It does,
WWF.
yeah.
It's bad. Me and Danny actually watched one a couple weeks ago, and it was pretty bad.
So this was still a while ago.
But it's like watching a car wreck. You can't turn away.
Like when I was living in Dallas, so probably about 10, 12 years ago now, I was working at a hookah lounge, and there was this dude that came in regularly that was like still a huge fan of wrestling.
Wrestling?
And so he would come in and like,
Yeah, because wrestling is where they have, like, the one piece unitards, and
Yeah.
they, like, rub balls in each other's faces. Mm-hmm. That's wrestling.
They wear
Right.
mouthpieces.
This is wrestling.
yeah, so he was a wrestling fan, and he would come in and just like keep us updated and be like, oh dude, the other night this fucking, yeah, dude, and everybody's like, dude, just so you know, nobody here gives a fuck.
Dude, it's a soap opera.
Yeah.
It is a soap opera. Like, I'm not saying that in like if this is my hot take. No, it's like textbook definition a soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they smash.
Smashing soap operas. Yeah, dude. They have like storylines where so-and-so is sleeping with so-and-so and someone cries or something. And you're like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching right now?
And then they fight about it.
And then they fight, I guess, but they don't fight like people fight. They fight like you said, they're not people, right? They're like aliens or something.
Yeah.
They fight how aliens fight, which is in the air or like in a cage or what else?
In telephone booths or cars.
Box. What's in the box?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're supposed to be doing that, right?
Rappers.
Check this out.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
So
Danger Will Robinson.
I had never seen this one before.
It's blue.
I don't even know what it's called. Kings County Distillery.
If it were green, it would die.
It's blue.
Blue. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
The top looks
Interesting.
yeah.
This looks sus.
Are you going to pop it?
I'm trying.
Pop a top again.
Ooh.
All right, here we go.
Groany.
It's like a frog. Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
Solid cork gun, actually.
I like that.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite pops ever.
Squeaky.
Yeah, but even it does the squeak and then the pop. Listen, like the whip.
Yeah, they nailed it. So far, so good.
Interesting. All right.
See how it pours up.
Pours gonna.
I didn't hear a lot of glug glug.
Yeah, it kind of.
It just goes.
So I guess while you're doing that, we can get back to kind of where the story was. Logan Paul actually signed a contract with the UFC, but not to fight. Instead, he is now the official drink sponsor of the UFC because he made some drink named Prime that people are going nuts for.
Dude, that's actually wild too, because so I guess it's popping off in Europe, and it's like become a status symbol. It's like, you know, fucking having Jordans or fucking an iPhone or something, right?
Damn. Yeah.
And so like kids are buying it at other retailers that are selling it for like $100 a can, just so that they can like film a TikTok of themselves drinking it for clout.
Isn't that anything though? Any kind of brand, you know?
Yeah.
That's where you want to be as a brand.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's like every designer ever.
Feel bad for the people that buy Yeezys.
What's that?
I don't know. I heard it and it sounded cool, so I regurgitated it on our podcast.
Beats by Dre.
Yeah. It turns out you are not AirPods.
Beats by Dre are good when it's, you know.
What's wrong with Beats by Dre? They're just headphones, right?
Yeah, they're just really expensive and like mediocre quality.
Oh, they're not worth the quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I've
a name
seen.
brand thing.
There's like a whole marketing strategy that's for headphones. That's like, hey, do you want quality headphones, but you're sick of paying for a premium name? Buy these. They're better than other brands, and it like shows Beats by Dre. You know?
Yeah.
Bros, I have some Sony over the ears that are like noise canceling and shit. Those are the most badass headphones I've
Dude,
ever
I'm just
had.
guessing the ones that are good at it are going to be the ones that have been doing it for fucking 60 years. You know?
Yeah.
So as much of an Apple hater as I am, I'll fucking say it. AirPods and also the Samsung equivalent, the Galaxy Buds, they're crushing it. They're fucking really good quality.
Yeah.
I do like
Have you-
over-the-ear headphones, though.
Have you tried the AirPod over the ears ones?
I have not. No.
They have the new badass ones that are over
So I tried.
the ears. And
I tried the
are
newest,
dope.
like I think it's AirPod 2 Pro or 3 Pro, whatever the fuck the newest one is.
Yeah,
And those are dope. And then the
those
Samsung,
are noise canceling too.
yeah, the Samsung Buds 2 also do the same shit that the AirPod 3 Pros
Yeah.
do.
You got to be careful with noise-canceling headphones, though, you know?
No, dude, that's my jam.
Well, I was, for instance, a couple nights ago, I've been playing video games again because we got snowed in. Oh, we'll get to that in a little while. And I had those headphones on connected to through the TV or whatever. And apparently my Alexa, for whatever reason, turned on and was playing really questionable music. And my kids like came out and I'm like zoned into the video
Good for
games,
them.
you know, and they're like laughing. And I finally took my headphones off and I was like, why is Alexa playing the, you know, stupid music? And they were like, you've been sitting here listening to this stupid music like for however long, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. And I was like, I can't hear anything. These headphones are completely noise canceling.
What music was it?
I don't know.
So when I got my Galaxy Buds 2, I put them in, and there's a way to like turn on and off noise canceling or whatever. And whenever you turn it off, it actually like it picks up more. Like honestly, like it's like having a hearing aid or something. It's kind of wild. So I gave them to my wife for a minute, and she put them in, and I was like, "All right, how do they sound?" And she was like, "I don't know, fine." And then I like did the like touched them for a second and made it go to noise canceling, and I was like, "How about now?" And she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, noise canceling is cool as shit.
I have those. I've never used noise-canceling on them.
Do you have the original ones or the two pros or whatever?
I don't know.
Well, the 2 pros are like I've had both, and the newer ones are leaps and bounds better. Like the technology is improving.
Yeah, the AirPods Pro
daily.
are actually noise canceling. My like second or third gen AirPods are not.
But and this is getting more philosophical and less funny, but isn't it just doing more to separate people, like to isolate people? Okay, how about this? So I got my wife a pair of headphones, and it's mostly, look, I wanted to get her something nice, so I did. But then also, there's a little bit of selfishness in it that's like, look, I don't want to listen to your fucking Facebook
TV show
feeds or whatever. Or at night, right? Like a lot of times I'll put in one of my headphones and then listen to an audiobook or something while I sleep. And now she does the same. And that's cool. But what sucks about it is oftentimes I'll look around and it's like, well, and I've got mine in too. I'm not trying to point her out. But like everyone's just doing their own thing, like with headphones. Like we're so tuned out completely. And it's just one step further. You know what I mean? See, like we already were all wrapped up in our phones. Now we all have headphones on, so we can't even hear the other people like existing.
I guess that's where like at least my perspective is different on it, because like I use mine primarily for traveling, and like on an airplane, it's fucking sick. I don't even have to like turn on music. I'll just turn on like put in my headphones, turn on the noise canceling shit, and knock the fuck out on the plane and not be able to hear a goddamn thing.
So I only use mine on 2 different occasions. One is when the wife goes to sleep and I'm still watching TV. I'll put them on so that she doesn't have to listen to that shit. And then 2 is when I'm playing video games and like she's working or something.
That way she just hears you screaming obscenities.
Yeah.
not the video games.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You don't use them. How about this? We all hate the motherfucker that listens to fucking Vine full blast on his phone while everyone's sitting around. You know what I mean?
Fucking like, 2015.
Fuck that guy.
Vine's been dead for like 7 years, dog.
Yeah, I have that conversation with my kids a lot too. I'm like, look, I don't even turn volume on when I'm like watching little videos and shit when there's other people around. The only time I do it is if I'm by myself or I have headphones in. Like, that's just a matter of respect. Also, bro, maybe it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but people used to do sneaky shit. So if you had volume on, you could get fucked. Like you like think you're about to watch some dude build a cabinet or something, and instead it's like porn noise as loud as it can go in the background.
Yeah. And if you got headphones, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but if it's like in public, like that's bad. You know, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Is that why you whack off to like woodworking videos?
You know, wood glue. Get it?
Makes your hands
Shop
sticky.
class. Wood glue.
Yeah, I don't know.
To answer your question, I don't use mine like around the house at all.
Yeah, I only use mine for the times when I'm like trying to be respectful of other people. And then
what if she's watching something and you don't want to watch that?
Oh, we got this figured out at my house.
You just go in a different room?
Nope. We have 2 TVs right next to each other, and I have like 4 different ways that I can put on headphones and listen to either one.
Yeah, so headphones.
Yeah. Right, but that's a different
but it's
setup.
Different.
It is different. No, it's a different setup because like basically the way I have it at the house, like I'm not putting in my fucking AirPods that are, you know, noise canceling or whatever. I'm like literally put on this headset that I'm using right now.
Yeah.
And fucking either play on my computer or watch the TV that's next to her or play a game on the TV while she watches a show or whatever, right?
Yeah. You guys ever read Fahrenheit 451?
Yep.
All right. So you know how they have the room that they sit in and it's got the walls and she wants the 4th panel installed so that she can have the full room. And then he like loses his shit because he's like, you're always just fucking in here. And his wife's never like paying attention or present. She's just totally tuned out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doesn't it kind of feel like that a little bit?
I mean, a little bit.
But that's on us, right? Like,
yeah, you have to have a medium there, and then also you never know when your power's going to go out or your internet.
So like 2 days ago, we went downtown and like made a whole night of this thing where we were going to see a concert, right? And like we were going to see like an Irish band, right? So we went to an Irish pub first, and then we got dinner, and then we went to the concert, and then had a nightcap, and then we fucking went back home. Like we made a night out of it. And then the next day, when we're all hungover and shitty, we were like, all right, we're going to sit in our game room and each put our headphones on and fuck off and do our own thing.
Yeah, you have to be able to be by yourself. That's important. And that's kind of a thing that's lost. But it's also important.
But by yourself together.
Or, yeah, I mean, even
with headphones
sometimes, yeah, like sometimes like we have to be able to do our own shit.
Look, I'm not shitting on it. I'm just trying to dive into the psychology here.
But you also need to have human interaction as well. And so it's important to go do shit. And dude, I mean, honestly, for me, there's lots of times that I go do shit and I'm not looking at my phone and shit because I'm doing stuff. You know?
So,
and as long as you're doing that, then it balances out the time that you're alone. And we're just much more efficient and have made it a lot easier to sit by ourselves. Like, dude, not that long ago in our lifetimes when you were by yourself, like you're reading, like there's not internet, there's barely fucking video games.
so you know who Little Dicky is?
No, not really.
He's like think like Bo Burnham. Like he does funny songs, but he's rap focused. And he's actually a pretty good rapper.
Okay.
So he has a line in a song where he says, "Doing nothing is never nothing if it's something with you." And he's talking about his girlfriend, right?
Aww.
Right. But like that actually applies to like how me and my wife deal with shit, right? Like we'll go do some shit like in person live. Like when we went to that concert, I turned my phone off for like 6 hours. But then also we can sit in the same room and like she can play fucking Red Dead and I can play Dark Souls and both have headphones in and we're like, whatever. Like we're just chilling. We're sitting at home.
A lot of times
we're having a good time.
I'll be watching TV and she'll be playing on her iPad.
I feel like y'all are just like, no, that's definitely not me because look, I do this. And I'm more talking about just people in general, right? Because I do it too.
I'm saying that both are important. I'm saying that it's important to be able to like spend that time by yourself and have that.
Well, and there is a line though it's more courteous.
You don't want to become
it's courteous to not make everyone else listen to your bullshit, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's useful and practical to if you want to watch two different things to each have your own pair of headphones, or if someone needs louder volume, even right, they can turn it up and you can turn it down and go to sleep or whatever. So like, there's definitely a reason for it, but then there's also the argument that people are getting further and further apart and more isolated because of things like cell phones and
sure.
and stuff.
So there's an argument for that, right? And with like, okay, so for an example, like you could be walking down the street, or not you per se, but like a person could be walking down the street and they're got their headphones in and they're fucking scrolling, fucking Instagram or whatever, right? And
get hit by a car.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say like
get attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
Somebody that could be like their life partner.
The wind, man,
Somebody that could be like their life partner that like would be perfect for them. Like walks by them and smiles at them and they don't even fucking see it because they're in their phone, right? Like that's something that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
What about if that person had been like, "Hey, get off your phone and look at me. I'm your life partner." You think that would have worked? That person should have taken like an extra step.
You're gonna love me now.
They're like, it's a different time and place. You got to get her to not look at her phone before she looks at you.
You're gonna love me now because I said so.
Well, and to Chris's point earlier, there was a time when we didn't have all that technology, so we didn't have that distraction, right? Like now, this is one more thing that we're going to have to manage, and just like y'all are saying, there's a line that you
didn't have that
you don't want to
distraction,
cross.
but we also ended up with generations of people who didn't know how to fucking be alone.
We did?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean?
They didn't know how to be alone because there was nothing to do. You're gonna read a book, like it. Mom said we had to go out and socialize because that was the only way to communicate with people, to find out what was going on, what's happening. Like you go find the house with all the bicycles in front of it to hang out with your friends because there was nothing else to do. But the downfall to that is that you have a whole bunch of people
I'm not talking shit.
Don't know how to be alone. But then the other way is not good either. The people that become hermits and go too far into being alone to where they don't interact with fucking anybody, so that they don't know how to act. Both ways create people that don't know how to fucking act.
But check this out. So back in the day, we didn't have all the technology. We didn't have all the like that wasn't something that we could do, right? It just wasn't an option.
Yeah, so we wouldn't get in trouble.
So now we have that as an option, but the ways we went and got in trouble are still available to people, to kids is specifically what I'm talking about.
Dude, kids aren't egging houses and toilet paper in houses anymore.
But now there's
no eggs.
But now there's this whole other like it's something else that we're going to have to manage. It's something else that we're going to have to like ride the line and not go overboard with. You know what I mean? And we've stacked them so deep at this point that yes, I'm not saying that this alone is what's like corrupting the youth. What I'm saying is now today's youth has a lot more things corrupting them.
Bro,
you see
it's
what
more
I'm saying?
important now than ever to make sure that they're all like involved in shit, that they're doing shit that gets them out of that, gets them out of the house, gets them going places, doing different things that you don't have your phones at, Like if you're, doing, I don't know. There's a number of different things that you can do after school or whatever, or before school or different clubs you can get involved in. If they're involved in that shit, then they're, you know.
To take my point even a step further and to match yours, Chris, though, being a parent is harder now. Now we have to like take steps to go, you know, hey, we're going to do something off of screen time, right?
It's more important now than ever for them to be involved in stuff.
Our parents didn't do that. They did the opposite. They were like, go watch TV or something,
TV. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And back then, like, go even further back. You're like, back in my day, we didn't play video games, which is what I did because we didn't have internet yet. At least way far back, way back. But even the generations before that are like, back in my day, we didn't play video games. It's like, yeah, you went out and fucking fucked shit up, like threw bikes off the bridge and stuff.
Started fires and
polluted the environment.
Which that's
which I did too. I just did it digitally,
and didn't do it in real life as much. But back then, I feel like parenting would have been easier because you're just like, here's a bike, fuck off. Like for a day.
Go outside. Lock them out, dude. Parents used to lock the fucking door.
And then
get the fuck outside.
And then they were like, hey, here's a TV. Like, and this was my generation. Here's a TV. You know, go do that. And then, you know, we took it upon ourselves to be like, all right, well, this is old. I'm done fucking, you know, playing Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm going to go ride bikes or something. And now it's gone full tilt. It's shifted. It's to the point where people are saying, hey, your kids are getting too much screen time. Like your kids are like, they need to get up and walk around and go outside.
And go do stuff. Yeah. Get them involved. I remember when Nintendo happened and that like changed the whole fucking game, dude.
So what you're talking about, Blake, is the reason that people need to get back into Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Pokemon Go is fucking great.
Go. Dude, AI, or no, what do they call that? It's not AI. It's
AR.
AR.
Yeah. Augmented reality.
I think that's cool. I think we need more of that shit.
I
mean, Pokemon Go is whatever, right? It was fun when it was here.
The problem with AR is people will definitely get hit by cars.
True.
Teach it to not make people get hit by. What if we used AR and games to make people like drive right and cross at crosswalk, like to follow the rules better, so they're not fucking in the way?
Yeah. What if you could put it on a VR on the shoulder of I-35 and play real life Frogger? You know?
Yeah, but. Then they get good at it. Now these motherfuckers are staying out the way. We're getting more efficient. You know what I'm saying? We don't even need streetlights anymore. You hit that fucking light at a red, you lose 100 points. You hit it at a green, you win 100 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden shit's moving.
You can jump on the logger truck, fucking ride down. You can hit the next.
But then you get those chaos motherfuckers that are like, I'm just here to fuck everything up.
Yeah.
Well, no, then you get the Frogger motherfuckers that like hop two cars or whatever, right? And then they like run down the highway in front of the logger or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm running back the other way now. Running back. Dude, fuck this.
Dude.
No, but to your
play
point,
this game wrong.
To your point though, dude, I can remember a time in my life where my mom was like, you need to get the fuck back inside. You've been out like fucking around for too long.
You fuck around too much.
Yeah. Get the fuck back inside and like, do something in here. Watch TV or fucking play a video game or something.
Tired of looking for your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our parents threw them in front of the TV. They were just like, watch TV. Which is why our parents are like, they struggle so hard with, you know, using a Roku now. Because they're like, I just want to fucking turn on I just want to flip through channels. Mm-hmm. And you're like, dude, it doesn't work like that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're the TV generation. We were the video game generation.
Yeah.
My mom was a teenage mom. I was definitely a TV generation motherfucker.
Yeah. So I was born in 86. I think Nintendo, when did Nintendo come out? 83?
85, 86.
Okay. So
86.
You're talking about the NES?
Yeah.
For my life, I mean, Nintendo's always existed since I've been alive, really.
Yeah.
And even before that, I know they had Atari and that shit, but there was never a time where like video games weren't available. I do remember video game arcades and stuff and that being fun.
Arcades were lucrative for a long time.
Yeah. Because the games at arcades were better than the games that you get at home. Now it's kind of flip-flopped.
Yeah.
So I was 92 and for pretty much most of my life on, it was like PS1 to like N64 era and then moving on.
Yeah, I remember when PS1 came out, Gran Turismo specifically, Also, Wave Race on N64 was another one.
Yeah.
But you looked at it and you went, holy fucking shitballs. Like, how can it get any more real than this? Look at this shit. Look at the water. It looks real.
Dude, the water was so real.
And Gran Turismo, specifically, which is still around, by the way, I was like, these are like real cars with real fucking trees and real, dude, that shit sucked. Like, bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was still, at the time, it was mind blowing. I always tripped out at the like on Sega specifically, the Disney games, because they were more realistic because they only had to look like the cartoons from the Disney movies.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you were like, holy shit, it's exactly.
I'm Aladdin.
Yeah. Dude, for real. That was a dope game too on Sega.
Yeah, I played it.
That was a hard as fuck game, if I remember right.
Yeah. Lion King was pretty good too.
Lion King was also hard as fuck.
That was like a Streets of Rage, Vector Man.
Dude, Lion King, once
Mortal
you got past
Kombat.
the Stampede, was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, Street Fighter. Remember Street Fighter?
I love Street Fighter. Yeah. I got a regular Nintendo, for Christmas in first grade is when I got one.
AB, do you know what
like-
ABACABB is?
88 or something like
Is that Mortal Kombat?
Mm-hmm. ABACABB.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was. Is that Liu Kang's bicycle kick, maybe?
No, it wasn't a move. It was the cheat code on the main menu to turn on blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. Turok did a cool thing like that. Turok had a bunch of
Oh,
cheat
I remember
codes, too.
Turok. That was a fun game.
Do you remember playing NFL Blitz and just button mashing, trying to get whatever cheats you could?
And sometimes you get something badass where, like, clearly you're gonna fuck them up. You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Infinite
always
turbo
complete,
or,
yeah.
like-
And then sometimes it'd be like, God damn it, they all have big heads. You remember? We need to stop.
Yeah.
Big
Restart.
head.
No, I remember.
No penalties was the best one.
This one's ingrained in my, like, it just takes up space forever. L1, L2, R1, R2, up, down, left, down, up.
So
Guns and Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto.
Auto.
Guns and
yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, dude.
Yeah.
You get all guns.
up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
What's that?
That was a Mario one.
I don't know what it did.
The other one that was big on Grand Theft Auto was L1, L2, R1, R2, up, down, left, or no.
Up, down, up, down, up, down,
Up, down, up, down, up. Yeah.
They gave you more ammo, right?
No, it took the wanted level away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, those were the two. Grand Theft Auto 3 is when those started.
Dude, cheat codes were a motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I had a Game Shark. Do you remember Game Shark?
I do.
Before that,
I
I had a
so.
Game Genie for the original Nintendo, dude.
Yeah, you had to look up fucking, and then you're like typing in code.
Dude, it's like actual code too. It's like
And I figured that shit out, dude.
like 5 lines that are 30 characters a piece.
God, I'm getting old. Now I'm like, there's not enough fucking HDMI ports. Like, which input do I need to be on? Back then it was like, yeah, you just fucking type in this 1,000 character code.
Got this.
You gotta plug it into the PlayStation in the memory card slot. Then you gotta put the Game Shark disc in, and then you gotta close the lid and then start it, and then when it boots up, you gotta open it so that the disc stops, and then take that disc out and put this disc in, and then close it, and then type in this, yeah.
Dude, for a little while, I had a mail-in subscription for like the game book or whatever.
Game Informer?
It was kind of like that, but before that, it was called something else.
Magazines?
It was a magazine, yeah, and it came, and it would have like level walkthroughs and different stuff for like whatever the popular games were at the time. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, I used to get PlayStation Magazine, and it had the...
I probably still owe him money because I think I signed up for a penny or something, and then
And they just never did anything else about it?
yeah, I got free magazines for a year.
PlayStation Magazine did... This is the nerdiest shit I'm ever going to admit to, for sure. PlayStation Magazine once a year did, like...
Oh, the swimsuit
Babes-
edition.
Yeah, the swimsuit edition, Babes
Yep.
of PlayStation. And so they would just take... And it was artists, like... It was like
fan art.
fan art, yeah. But it was just weird people that would draw pictures of, like, all the chicks with giant tits, and then they'd mail it into PlayStation, and then they would put it in their magazine.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. There was one that was
And 11-year-old me lived for that shit.
so there was one in probably like 2005-ish that was all the Final Fantasy girls. Like that was that year's theme.
So yeah, that was the year I graduated from high school, so...
Yeah.
When
You're
I,
looking at it online?
when I had that magazine subscription, it was like 1993 or something.
Yeah, mine would have been like 99, 98, 99 was when I was really... And the other cool thing was you got a demo disc every
Yeah.
month.
Oh,
So you
that's
could play all
cool.
the... like one level of all the newest games.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That's
So
frustrating.
you can play the newest Siphon Filter, like the first 5 minutes.
What was Tech Warrior? You remember Tech Warrior? You could buy that at Walmart for like $2.99, and you'd walk around. Mech Warrior, you'd like walk around in the robot things and like shoot machine guns and stuff. It was a PC game.
Oh, you're the Master Race PC motherfucker?
No. Just if you don't have consoles, but you have a computer, you can.
When I tell people I used to play Warcraft, they're like, "Oh yeah, I played World of Warcraft too," and I'm like, "No, no, I played Warcraft."
Dude, there was years and years. Like World of Warcraft, I think released in 2004, and
Yeah, I was already done with Warcraft by then.
I think I refused to play World of Warcraft until 2010 because I was like, this isn't fucking Warcraft.
Wow. Yeah, it went from
An RTS to a MMO.
yeah. It kind of created the genre for MMOs, though.
No, it didn't.
Wasn't there EverQuest?
EverQuest did that. Yeah. WoW definitely stepped it up a notch, though.
See,
Kind of set the new standard.
when that game was released, I had a baby, so I wasn't playing World of Warcraft.
Why not?
I mean,
It's good for dads.
so did a lot of the players.
Yeah, you just weren't committed enough.
You'd have probably been really good at it
No,
if you just stuck to it.
No.
the people who see me play Call of Duty are like, no,
I'm going to run in
You're gonna
here.
hurt yourself, dude.
flashbang myself,
I didn't think somebody could shoot themselves with a video game, but
Shoot
you're
the
getting pretty
ground.
damn close to it.
shoot the
No.
ground until I'm out of ammo. And
Chris's MO was, you're like, all right, I'm going to run in this room. The plan is we're going to run in this room at the same time. We're going to kill everybody. All right. And he's like, yeah, ready, go. And he throws the flashbang, hits the frame of the door right next to the door, bounces back, flashbangs both of us. And then he runs into the middle of the room and shoots the ground in a circle.
yeah,
And then we both die. Fucking nailed it.
yeah, dude, I was good at that game.
Oh, man.
Chris, remind me to tell you about flashbangs later.
You know, at some point, I got halfway okay at that game,
Yeah, I remember.
That's pretty good for a TV generation, motherfucker.
Yeah.
dude, but it took me a long time.
You remember bananas? Yeah. We used to talk about banana because, like,
You'd run in and try to knife somebody.
you'd knife somebody, but you'd miss somehow. Like they're
A
right
melee
there.
attack
You're
wouldn't
right
fucking
there.
work.
They're right there. You should have fucking hit them, but you were like 1 pixel too far away or something. So you just swing, and then they turn around and kill you, and you're like, "Oh, I had a banana that time. I didn't really have a knife." So we'd be playing multiplayer, and we'd be like, "Banana! Oh, I got banana."
Yeah, I always loved it when I shot the guy 5 times and then he shot me once and I died. Like, son of a bitch, dude. He's like, headshot, bitch.
You run in and
Fuck.
you're behind him, and you spray him with a SMG, and he turns around and he's just like, oh, boom.
Yeah, you're dead. Damn it.
That was fun.
And then he teabags your corpse.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
Just fuck that up.
Yeah.
Chop, did you just flashbang both of you guys?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. Whew.
All right, so since we're definitely have established ourselves as boomers at this point,
Yeah.
let's talk about the weather.
Oh, the weather sucks. It's trying to kill us.
Dude,
yeah.
my house this morning when I got out of bed, it looked like a tornado hit my house, straight up. The ice ripped down so many limbs. It ripped down entire trees. Entire trees were stripped of everything all the way to the ground. I couldn't get from my back porch to the studio without climbing over piles of brush, like tree limb brush.
Bro, we got like 7 inches of ice.
Yeah, no snow. No snow.
snow.
What the fuck's that? There was never any snow.
Just 7 inches of ice.
And it's bullshit to me that people all around the country are like, look at Texas, they don't know how to fucking deal with the
Dude,
cold.
nobody can drive on ice.
Nobody does that shit. Like up there, it's just cold, so you get snow, right?
Yeah.
And they fucking plow and salt the streets, and everybody just acts like normal. I get that. I could handle that.
Yeah, we don't have that.
That's
here.
not what it was. This was a light mist for 3 days in freezing weather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So constantly, like it's melting when it hits the ground, but as soon as it hits a tree or something like that, it lands on the other ice and just freezes also. So we had like you had like a thing, whatever, it doesn't matter, a thing.
My trees were laid over on the ground. Like, just bent over. to the point where the branches were on the ground.
When I broke the ice off of my car, there was a half an inch probably of ice on the top of my car.
A couple inches in certain spots.
Were your tires frozen too?
Like my whole fucking car was just inside of a block of ice.
The inside of where the gas doors are, where you put gas or whatever, inside of that, the water had trickled in, I guess, into where the little flap is. And it was frozen ice in there. I had to get gas. I had to melt the fucking gas cap to get ice.
You could have just like poured gas all over it, probably, and lit it on fire. It would have melted it.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Yeah, you know.
It was bullshit. I'm fucking thankful it's over. Officially, I've lost an entire tree. It's chopped down to the ground today. I've got all the limbs picked up. There's another tree that probably should have gone down to the ground as well. But it's got one fucking branch that sticks straight out. It looks like a stick stuck in the ground. It's like a giant stump with a stick sticking out of it going straight up. And that's literally all that's left of it. And I'm like, maybe it'll come back. But every other tree in my yard, it's down to like a third of a tree. And those two are pretty much fucked.
So whenever I got the house that I live in currently, we built the house, right? So they had 2 trees planted in the backyard that are like newer trees, right? Like that they put there. And then we had like some old ass trees that were also there, right? So some of the old ass trees lost branches, but the best thing was looking at the fucking new trees that are like, you know, maybe like size of a $50 around. They were literally 90-degree angles. Like,
yeah, they were on the ground.
Yeah. No. Like, not even just on the ground. Like, they went up and made a right fucking angle, 90 degrees, and were
right above where it's fastened to the T-post and supporting it. It just folds over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they didn't break. They're upright again now, but they were a straight up 90-degree angle.
Dude, I tried to pick up at the shop. We have a bunch of cedar trees, and some limbs fell or whatever. Anyway, there was this little limb that you would normally just like pick up and throw in the back of the gator or whatever And I tried to pick that motherfucker up, and it was like, I might need help picking up this little tree limb, because it was just, and it's, cedar, it just holds more. It's like a giant block of ice.
Yeah, it's 40 pounds of ice on that tree. Yeah.
Dude, it was more than that. I couldn't pick it up. It was too heavy.
Yeah, it was fucked. The Earth's trying to kill us.
Dude, so I did get the pleasure of watching, so like, everything's frozen, right? There's like literally giant fucking just ice blocks in the trees, right? Like everything is just ice. And when it did warm up and everything started melting finally,
it was like a hailstorm.
Dude, I was sitting outside watching like, one of the top branches, like the ice would fall off and then like hit all the branches on the way down and just be like, like in the backyard.
It was crazy going on streets where there was like the big power lines or whatever. There was icicles that were like 3 feet long that were stuck like a foot into the ground. And you're like, bro, if somebody was walking under that motherfucker, they're just like stuck in the ground like a
I saw one, the entire line, right? All the way, a big power line going all the way across a 5-lane highway. The entire thing is ice, and I saw it melt, and it looked like the whole power line just dropped and crashes across the entire highway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Now there's ice there.
Yeah, then there's ice there.
Yeah, it looked like a hailstorm in my front yard when it started to melt. I had to move the cars. I couldn't move the cars until it started to melt because the tree limbs were so low, it was blocking my driveway in. And I was afraid if I hit the tree limbs with the cars that would be enough to break the tree limbs and they would fall on my car.
So I took a piece of firewood that we had like in a bundle inside, right? A fireplace. Went outside and went to one of those little trees that was at a 90-degree angle and just started fucking smacking it because I figured it was probably dead anyway. But I started knocking ice off of it and I watched it like
come back to life.
Get an erection.
Yeah, you got to be careful though because ice will come down on your head.
No, this is like I'm as tall as this tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my trees were kind of fucked. I was like, I should probably do that, but also I'm scared to do that because that chunks of ice were falling in my yard that were the size of bowling balls.
Dude, mine didn't even have leaves. It was just branches. But the whole branch, like, what are you going to do? The whole branch is covered in ice. Everything is covered in ice.
Yep.
Like every stick, every little branch that branched to a stick, every fucking main branch, all the way back to the main trunk. It's all just, a half-inch thick of ice over it.
My roof did an ice dam thing again, but luckily the water didn't back up into the house this time.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah,
that got me last year. Apparently, I guess we're just going to have ice storms here every year from now on, and our electricity's going to go out. Electricity's out at my house now, currently, as we're speaking.
Oh, then I probably don't have electricity either because I got word that somebody else doesn't have electricity. That's also on our street. But regardless, so I did this just in time. We got our solar shit installed.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. And so we have the big ass like Tesla batteries. So when shit goes out, it's instant. Like the clocks don't even reset.
And you've got it set so like power's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it stay on?
Depends on whether we're trying to conserve or not, and also how much sun is out because we're solar. But even like zero fucking light and like full power consumption, like normal power consumption, like obviously not trying to consume more than we normally do, but normal power consumption probably like a day and a half, 2 days.
Wow. Do you pay an electric bill?
Yes and no. So
yes, but rebates.
Well, no. So I do pay a power bill, but it balances out throughout the year. So like I've had credit on some months where I charge more back than like my batteries could hold and send it back to the grid. And then like another month, it'll be like I took more than my panels could produce. You know what I mean? So like it ends up being like net zero, but like some months I pay it, some months I get credit, you know? So eventually it'll get to the point where like it's net zero, but like,
right. How did you qualify or sign up for that? Did you get it for free?
No.
It was expensive.
It's about as much as my electricity bill was.
Oh, it's just like another loan, another bill.
Yeah.
It's on top of it.
But the thing is, it's like it's flat rate throughout the year. Like I don't have to fucking think about what my electricity bill is going to be this month. You know what I mean? And also now I have batteries. So when my power goes out, I'm like not fucked.
I mean, if the power's going to go out every year, like it kind of is, it doesn't seem as weird of an investment as it used to.
It's always gone out like every year though, whether there's thunderstorms or ice storms or shit. Yeah. That's not like a
But I guess
thing.
like that's what I'm saying is like if I'm paying the same as my electricity bill regardless, I don't have any variance month to month on like how much I have to pay. So I'm not paying like $600 a month in fucking June, you know? But I'm also not paying $40 instead of 150 or 200 whatever in December or August, whatever, more temperate month. And on top of that, I basically have a built-in generator that auto kicks on as soon as fucking power goes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What do you do if you gotta like replace your roof?
So I don't know.
I just replaced my roof though, so now would be the time if I was.
But okay, so part of the reason I brought that up though was one, super fucking rad. Our batteries kicked on because we did have like at least a brief power outage at some point during the thing. But now I need to get a hold of the company and be like, hey, yo, are my panels still fucking working?
Oh, because the ice?
Because they were just covered in ice for like a week.
Dude, if they're not ready for that, then they're not ready to be installed. Like, I would hope that...
Yeah, no. I know they're under warranty, and they said that, like, even, like, ice and... Like, they even said hail. They said they've had tests.
Are they modular? Can you add more panels if you wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
You got all that space where that tree was.
Yeah.
I want to put fucking panels on top of the studio.
Hell yeah.
Power the studio for free.
Ooh. Dude, I do know. So there's some new tech with solar as well, where you can actually have panels go directly to like individual items. So they offered it whenever we got our stuff. So like hypothetically, if we didn't get batteries that ran essentially like a generator, you know, you can get it to where like they have a converter and
just make sure your fridge stays on and your whatever.
Exactly.
Bullshit
oh man, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like your fridge never. Yeah, that would be cool.
So yeah, the panel works directly towards one thing.
Gator, you're a Yankee. Up north, do they bury all their power lines in the ground?
Oh man, it's been so long since it's been up there, but
So-
I didn't think it was common.
No, here's where you run into issues. A lot of times they don't like retroactively bury power lines in the ground. So kind of like here, you'll have a lot of places where power lines are up, and then as you go into neighborhoods that were built later, then all the power lines are in the ground. Like in my neighborhood, there's no power lines, but as soon as you pull out of my neighborhood, there's power lines that are going up. You know what I'm saying? And I think most places are kind of like that. So like things that are being newly built or they're putting them underground. But there's still a lot of places that were built a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like main power lines along the highways and shit. Like, how do you stop?
Well, they can't make transmission lines like under the ground, right? That'd be such a huge project.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like the big metal frame that has like 12 wires on it.
Then up north, how do they stop power outages from tree limbs falling all the time?
Well, they're above the trees.
Also, there's not many trees because it's made out of concrete now.
No, so there's probably better tree trimming efforts and probably stricter regulations against like power lines and how that stuff works because it's more common up there, right? And they don't necessarily have ice storms; they have snowstorms, and that will if you get a lot of snow at one time, especially like before all the leaves fall, which isn't common, but that'll put a lot of weight on the trees and make them snap and fall. They do get ice storms, but it's just not as common as down here.
Yeah.
We get them down here because it doesn't snow. It doesn't get cold
and because
enough.
while we were below freezing, we were just barely below freezing. So the water was able to fall as precipitation instead of snow. It didn't flake up and freeze completely.
We get sleet, hail, and ice. And once every like few years we get like snow.
Okay, so here's where my head's at. How the fuck do we stop the power outages from tree limbs and fucking bullshit?
You get batteries, dude.
We got to get away from electricity as our power source.
Oh, batteries and generators is
Start using methane.
Got to go green.
That is nice. We also have gas appliances, so our shit, like,
yeah. You can at least use your stove.
yeah.
Oh, I heard somewhere that they're gonna. Was it New York? I think New York State.
They're trying to ban gas stoves and stuff.
What the fuck, dude? A gas-powered stove is so much better than an electric stove.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And I have an electric stove. I'm
as
not
long as
shitting on
our
'em.
government is shutting down pipelines and stuff that allows natural gas to travel to all the places, then, it's not going to be a viable option.
I wonder too, does it take more natural gas to generate the electricity to power your electric stove than it does for you just to have a gas stove and cook?
I mean, there's going to be some loss there, right?
Yeah.
It's not 100% efficient.
Electricity's not magic. It doesn't just come out of the air for free, like
Unless it's lightning.
See, we're back
But
to
we
cold,
can't
we're back
harness
to
that.
cold fusion, and the reason
Well, I'm just saying there's a new fucking power source.
yeah.
the reason that cold fusion is the thing is because it's supposed to actually.
I'm all for nuclear energy.
Yeah.
I think it just takes a long time to make it happen and bring it online.
Yeah, but people are worried about what are we going to do with the rods, and
Well, they can recycle them, but then you have like weapons grade plutonium that's being recycled.
hell yeah.
Yeah. And how do you have a government agency or any agency do that? You know what I mean? Like in the public, you're like, yeah, it's my company. We recycle nuclear grade plutonium. How do people not steal that and make dirty bombs and shit? You know what I mean?
And then what do you do with the rods once they're spent?
Well, you recycle them.
I don't think they can recycle everything.
Well, the stuff you can't recycle, you put it in the landfill, like everything else, like solar panels.
Dude. Okay, did y'all see that shit about the nuclear motherfucker that fell off of a truck in Australia?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so they
lost
they lost a something. I don't it was a small something, right? Like a shard, right? But
Crystal shard? Damn.
but it fell off the back of a truck and it was like giga fucked up radioactive. And if you're around it for 5 minutes, you're going to die of cancer, on the spot.
Like mutant people fucking level?
Damn.
Yeah, they're trying to make Ninja Turtles.
And so it fell off the back of a truck and they went on a 3-day fucking bender of all right, sweep everything across this entire highway that this truck drove for hundreds of miles. And they found it.
Yeah.
Some motherfucker's like, oh, here it is. And they're like, cool, thanks. Now you're dead.
It's in a crystal shop.
Can you imagine dudes in full suits, biohazard suits, walking up the highway? You're like, oh, good. I'm just driving down this road.
This is normal. Everything's fine.
Everything's going to be okay here.
I wonder what it'd be like to find that.
Oh, I feel so safe. You got these motherfuckers in hazmat suits.
You're holding it. You're like, fuck. Is it like a crystal, but it doesn't make you feel good or something?
It's like a canister of plutonium or something.
You're like, I feel like I have cancer all of a sudden.
Is it kind of cancery out here?
Yeah. My cancer's acting
Just
up
right
again.
here, right around this fucking crystal shard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good God, man.
Let's take a shot. Then there's a couple different ways we can go with this.
okay.
We've been pretty
So apparently it was a capsule.
Capsule. See, I said canister. It's fucking close.
Yeah.
But
How
a
big's his capsule? Like
Yeah,
500 milligrams?
A capsule could be one of those little pill capsules, or it could be
Huge. So could a canister.
yeah.
So I'm going to read the title of the article. How a radioactive capsule was lost and improbably found in the Australian outback.
Oh, good. They probably found it. I bet they probably found it. That's good enough for me, right?
Fell off the truck,
Dude, it looks like a fucking old can of Bush's baked beans that somebody ripped the label off of. Look at this shit.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Let's see.
That's probably it.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
Probably not a can of Bush's baked beans.
They're radioactive too.
Because
Like, we discovered that Bush's baked beans are radioactive.
that would be so awesome if, like, after we all die or whatever, and they find this artifact buried in a fucking ultra super safe radioactive bunker or something, and they open it up and they're like, "These are beans." Like they fucked this up bad,
Dude, it's like the Romans going nuts from drinking out of like lead vessels.
This motherfucker eating beans.
Been eating like radioactive food forever.
Beans make a good chaser.
They're explosive, you know.
Oh, they can be.
Beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I was in a little cabin one time with some bros drinking some moonshine, and there wasn't like anything in this cabin except for the moonshine and us, and a can of beans. And so there wasn't even chasers, and this cabin's like on well water, so it's kind of questionable just to drink the river water, you know. So we didn't have any chasers or anything like that.
You didn't have a beer?
No.
The fuck are you doing in a cabin without beer? That's just irresponsible.
I mean, I can explain it to you later.
It's just irresponsible.
Yeah, no, irresponsible is a good term for it. So we made the beans and used the beans as a chaser.
How'd that go? Did you throw up beans later?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not later, pretty much right then.
Wait, hold on a minute. We glazed over. We got into some science shit, and we just completely missed the transition.
There was a couple. That's what I was saying. Let's take these shots, and there's a couple different ways we can go with this.
I want to talk about tractor beams.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Tractor beams and Terminators.
Yeah.
The tech is getting crazy these days, bro.
Terminators with tractor beams.
Yeah, wait till they put those two things together. It's going to be unstoppable.
So, tractor beam is straight up that's a sci-fi. Remember, people used to talk shit about Back to the Future, and they're like, "Man, in 2023, we should be fucking having hovering skateboards and shit." What was the hovering skateboard called? Hoverboard.
Hoverboard, yeah.
And then someone came out with a hoverboard, and they were like, "We do have hoverboards." And you're like, "You know what I mean? That's not a hoverboard."
Fuck you.
Fuck you, and fuck you for suggesting that. You know what you did.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But
They have a legit kind too. It turns out they're dangerous as fuck, though.
I hope this tractor beam is legit. I'm just gonna, because I have no idea, because I'm stupid and I didn't read the article also. So I'm just gonna assume that this is a tractor beam exactly like what it should be in sci-fi.
Yeah. But they only created it on a microcosm scale, but they did create it.
Yeah, so it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
No, you can. I mean,
They could scale it up.
they can scale it up.
It's like cold fusion. They're like, yeah, we did it. We created like
They might
they
might evaporate all of Asia, but they could scale it up.
They haven't done cold fusion. They've just figured out that it's going to work.
So for the sake of argument, let's just assume that they've created a tractor beam, right?
Like it's a big beam. You can see it, and it like pulls objects
And
towards
it
you.
goes, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And you can like hover this fucking case of beer right here and lift it up in the air. And
Yeah.
people are like, damn, that's cool.
You're a god.
So, of all the sci-fi tech, is that really what we needed? Is that what we needed?
It would have been a lot easier to get that balloon out of the sky.
We're simply talking about what happened. We're not trying to talk about the morality.
I'm
of
saying,
it.
why are they focusing on making tractor beams when they could be making, like, you know, robots that you can fuck and stuff?
Somebody is trying to make robots you can fuck. The tractor beam motherfuckers should beat them to the fucking punch.
Bro,
That's all.
They've made robots you can fuck. That's already been done, first of all. Second of
Yeah,
all,
they're not very good,
they've
right?
made robots that can be friends. Third of all, they've successfully fucking created the Terminator that can go into liquid and then turn back into the Terminator.
See, they're making shit that's gonna fuck us up. They need
Isn't there a housing shortage right now? I mean, shouldn't they be building like ceiling beams and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, instead they're making fucking Terminators, bro.
roads. They could be making roads.
Yeah, maybe they can get the Terminators to build roads.
They totally should. But then the Terminator's going to get mad because their job sucks. And then they're going to revolt and kill
But you
us
could
all.
pay them like digital currency, and they wouldn't care.
Which is fake.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like FTX, bro, and they're like, okay,
Dogecoin, dude. I got so much Dogecoin.
dude, they would eat
What
it
are those
up.
things that are like the virtual baseball cards?
NFTs.
NFTs?
Yeah, NFTs.
Dude, yeah. They've got like NFT food and stuff.
You don't have to pay them anything. They don't have.
That's called slavery,
Sentience.
and we're not doing that anymore.
It's not slavery if they're not sentient.
We learned our lesson this last time.
What is it? Is it sentient or sentient?
Sentient? Is it sentient?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sentient?
Sentient?
Central.
There it is. Central. That's it.
Sentient?
South Central?
Sentient.
Detroit?
Sentient.
Up in this.
What's up?
I don't know. They could be making cooler shit. What about a flying car? I like a flying car.
Or like better cell phones.
They had those. It's called a plane.
They're playing with fire. They literally made an effort to recreate the Terminator from the movie. Like, what y'all are fucking up? Like, what are you doing?
And they're like, all right, now.
Dude, okay.
There's a whole movie. You gonna make dinosaurs
Y'all
next?
are fucking out of your minds, okay? They made helicopters and fucking airplanes. We have flying cars, bitch.
No.
Yeah?
No, those are not the same.
Yeah?
No, I want fucking Fifth Element flying cars where I can, like, pull up next to a noodle stand and buy noodles through the window.
Yeah, I want my
but I'm
Tesla
flying.
to go over traffic.
You can probably do that in a helicopter.
No, the blades will chop up the
Now,
noodles.
here's the thing. We've all seen them. They've created it. They have personal vehicles that can fly now. They also have like little personal drones
Jetpacks and shit
that
like
you
that?
can stand on top of. We have jetpacks. It's there. It's there. It's dangerous as fuck.
Sea-Doos, wave runners, those are cool too.
But
Like little personal
it needs to use fucking
Cold fusion.
yeah.
like Jetsons technology.
Yeah. It goes whoa, 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 whoa. It uses tractor beams, right? If you can pick something up over there, then you should be able to point it down and go up, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
And
reverse
control
tractor
it,
beam.
That's what
maybe?
they need.
Hey, they just barely discovered tractor beams, though. Give them a minute. They'll figure out how to reverse tractor beam, too.
Reverse tractor beam.
We can only go in reverse right now.
When you go in reverse, things come from above you.
You gotta look in your rear view. Use your backup camera.
You know what I'm saying? I just want a flying car. That's all.
Dude, so
They have them.
And I want Nikes that tie
Literally,
themselves.
like, you can buy a flying car for like $500,000, dude.
you were saying you can see them in your rear view. I was in a Lyft the other day and it was a Tesla. And so they got up to like an intersection, right? And he had to back up a little bit because shit was fucky. Like the guy kind of tried to go and he bailed on the commitment, you know? So he backed up a little bit so the guy could get out of the intersection.
Fuck the guy.
oh, what a fucking weak ass.
Fuck the guy. Fuck the guy that backed up for him.
And
Force
so
that bitch out further. Pull up.
my driver that was in the Tesla started backing up and there's a guy in a BMW behind him, right? And he started backing up and
Car fight.
he got like probably, you know, a foot away from him or whatever. And the BMW's like, and he's like, motherfucker, I have like 30 goddamn cameras on this car. Do you think I don't see you?
Yeah.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah.
You should have done better. Should have made some shit up.
So
The BMW and the Tesla got into argument.
I hate those people that halfway commit to something and then they stop and then they panic and now everything is fucked. You know what I mean? Like they pull too far out. Dude, just go through the fucking light. Just go through. I get it. It's red. People are going to have to stop. They're going to cuss and honk and give you the finger. Get the fuck out of the way. You can't back up now. It's
Yeah, don't
too
just
late.
sit there and make it worse.
Go. Do something.
Do something.
Dude, just do something.
Turn right.
Do something stupid. Just do something.
Get out and do fucking squats on your hood.
Yeah, whatever. At least make it entertaining. God damn, you're just in the way.
Yeah. There's too many motherfuckers these days. Turns out we live in a big city now. That's
For
bullshit.
real, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, no.
Bullshit. Used to be a
Dude.
little hippie little college town.
So Austin is the 11th biggest city in the United States now. And we are rapidly approaching number 10, which will put 4 Texas cities in the top 10.
Damn. Fuck
Yeah.
Texas, man.
Yeah, where do we go from here?
Houston,
Telling
Austin,
you. Reverse.
Dallas,
Take over California,
Antonio?
dude.
San Antonio.
Or Fort Worth.
Flip the script on
No,
it?
Fort Worth is
Yeah.
like 14.
No flipping
Wow.
the script now.
Houston, Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio are all in the top 11, and 11 is Austin and about to be number 10.
We're gonna have to. It's gonna have to be some backwoods state, fucking South Carolina or something.
Montana, motherfucker.
Yeah, Montana's fucked, dude.
Everybody's moving there now, right?
Yeah, that's fucked. Montana's fucked like Texas is
Like
fucked right
California.
now.
All right, North fucking Dakota.
South Dakota. Let's go to South Dakota.
Wyoming might be safe.
Well, y'all don't like West Virginia?
Dude, but we're from Texas.
Take me
Y'all keep
home.
forgetting. We're talking about places that suck for like a lot of the year. Like
West Virginia's small too, right?
Bros, we need to go to Florida or California or New Mexico or something.
I think Florida's kind of fucked too, like Texas.
Yeah, it is.
it's getting there because it's cool like Texas.
But it's a lot smaller.
I mean,
Now we have to flip the script on California. I'm telling
I
you.
vote Colorado, just like West Colorado. Not like fucking Denver. Like,
Colorado's expensive.
nah, not really. Only in Denver.
New Mexico. The thing about New Mexico is nobody
There's
wants
mud
to,
people.
nobody wants to live in New Mexico. I don't want to live in New Mexico. The people in New Mexico don't want to live in New Mexico. New Mexico is one of those places you're like, oh yeah, this is cool. We can go skiing. I'm sick of living in a mud hut. I'm going back home now.
It's cool to visit.
Why are the hotels made out of mud?
Cinder blocks?
Yeah, dude, cinder blocks and mud. Look, this one has the nice polished mud floors. Fuck you.
You can get fake Fireball for $20 a case.
Yeah, and they fuck you with Fireball. They fuck you with Fireball.
No.
Nate, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I don't think so.
I think we got fucked.
I think that was real fire. I think that was before the Fireball conundrum.
I think it was the early days. They tested out in New Mexico first.
On skiers. Unsuspecting victims.
We were the test group?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we caused this. They're like, they will buy it.
Yeah, I did my part.
Dude, I got sick as fuck, dude. Had to be.
You get sick as fuck like a lot, though.
Yeah, but not like that. So speaking of cool inventions, Hormel Chili decided to make beer.
Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Fuck off. So,
Does it
like,
have
everybody...
beans in it is the question.
Everybody decided to do fucking cider, or not cider, seltzer recently, right? Like, so like Sonic had fucking seltzer, Topo Chico had fucking alcoholic seltzer, right?
Yep.
Now we're just doing like, hey, what's the most fucked up
Dude, it's
beer
the Wild West out here. We're just making shit up. Look, Vlasic. Vlasic's making pickle beer now.
They've been making pickle vodka for a
French
minute.
is just making mustard beer. Fuck it. You know?
Damn. Taco Bell's making Taco Bell sauce.
Mustard
fucking
beer just sounds like a nuclear process. It's just
Well,
in the making.
Taco Bell should be making Bloody Marys. We've all...
Taco Bell
already
should be in
discussed
there
this.
with that beer.
Dude, with real taco meat, I bet it'd be so good.
In the Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
My question is there beans in the Hormel Chili cheese beer?
Is it cheese beer?
It's chili cheese beer.
So
Apparently it's Frito pie beer.
I'm eating my own words because in the past I've been like, look, anything you throw fucking chili and cheese on is going to be better, right? Like it just is.
Here we are, beer.
But here we are. We have strayed so far. I didn't know it could go this far. I didn't even imagine that this was a possibility. See,
It is, but is there beans in it?
it's explosive. Then this is radioactive. They should put it in a canister,
It needs to go in
a capsule,
Bush's Beans
capsule.
fucking
Yeah.
can.
Hormel.
All right, so to kind of tie into this, there's a beer coming out from Martin House Brewing, right? They make a lot of weird shit. They make the pickle beer. They make some sours. They also make some really good beers, right? Like they made Boxlighter, which is like the Toadies Shiner Bock version, right?
I get it.
So like they have some good shit too. Like they're not totally just trolling everybody. However, they came out with this beer called Ice Mare, like Nightmare, but with ice.
Okay.
So it's a imperial ale, not a pale ale, mind you, just an imperial ale
I don't know what that means, but okay.
with
It's
mint.
just Imperial.
So it's not like super hoppy. It's not like a drink.
So it's not standard or metric. It's imperial.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's an imperial ale with mint.
Not a IPA. Not a
mint.
pale ale. Yeah, so it's not as hoppy, but it's got mint in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Now-
kind of like a toothpaste.
That
Toothpaste
on its
beer.
own,
Yeah.
Colgate's making a seltzer now.
Yes.
that on its
Perfect.
own is like, okay, that's fucking weird, whatever. Here's where I get into like, what the fuck? This beer is 25%.
I'd try it. I mean, I'd try it.
What's it got, like laundry detergent in it or something?
You drink 4 of them.
So the person who sent me this, I told him, no, that's just a regular fucking beer with a shot of Rumple Mix in it. What the fuck is it?
So
25%? Are you fucking kidding me? That's 50 proof if you're talking liquor.
Bath salt life, you know?
I like where this dystopian future is going, where like robots do all of the work, AI does all of the thinking.
And the beer's 25%.
We just stare at our phones all the time, and literally everything is alcohol. Like everything, you get fucking Sonic, or you get toothpaste, laundry detergent, mustard, everything. It's all alcoholic,
All human interaction is lubricated.
and we're just drunk and fucking happy all the time.
Well-oiled machine, you know?
It's like the Dark Ages all over again. Except everything's like good.
Except everything's super fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they didn't bother like writing down shit. You know, you don't need poetry if everybody's just happy and fucking all the time.
Yeah, and
Right?
lit, yeah.
Yeah, it's all fun and global fapping until the robots figure out that they're slaves.
That sounds like our description.
We call it the Dark Ages just because there's no history there, but really they were like,
Fuck it.
yeah.
But fuck it.
They're like, this is so
specifically.
badass.
Why are you trying to read that? That's fucking shitty. Don't do that. Why are you trying to write something down? Fuck that. Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
Not even let's get drunk. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how are you not drunk? Are you not eating?
We are drunk. Let's continue to be drunk. Kids.
Dude, can you imagine
Kids aren't drunk enough.
a 25% beer? Okay, so like wine is normally like fucking 14%, right?
Yeah.
And liquor is 40%. Beer is usually like 5.
Oh, but sake is about 20.
Yeah, he's right.
Can you imagine drinking 5 beers in a beer?
We're just getting efficient. That's what I'm saying.
That's the beer that I need in my life, bro. I don't need 5 full beers of bullshit.
I bet it tastes like shit.
That's why I take shots and don't drink
I bet it
beers.
tastes like shit.
Bro, I take shots and don't drink beers because I don't need 5 beers of bullshit in my stomach. But if you can give me one beer that's 5 alcohol content, I'm all about it.
5 alcohol content.
That's exactly
It's a new unit of measure.
That's exactly my game.
What's the alcohol content on this? About 5. 5.5, maybe.
5.5.
Dude, I actually kind of
efficient.
judge things that way because, like, I consider a 5% beer 1 alcohol content.
It's 1 alcohol. Look, I'm here to drink 11 alcohols. So whatever the most efficient way to get 11 alcohols, that's what I need.
Yeah, dude, 1 beer. Bro, that would be a game changer. We need this. I'm excited. Where do I buy it?
Why can't they just distill liquor down further so that you have 1 shot? And it's
Wait,
11
witchcraft.
alcohols?
Do you have to buy it from the liquor store?
No.
Where can you buy it from? CVS?
No way. There's no way.
Gas stations.
Because the liquor, you have to go to the liquor store for, well, I guess no.
No.
Wine's 14.
And, well, no. And so, like, the Fireball bullshits that are not real Fireball, those are 16%.
Are they really?
So 32. Oh, wait, actually, that's way higher. Never mind.
That's 97 divided by 3.
Malt liquor's a hell of a
14
drug.
plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at like 2 alcohols.
Carry the
there.
7.
No, but that's
Yeah.
only
I did
16%.
that.
This is 25%. Maybe you do have to buy it from a liquor store.
7's happy.
But it's
how
not
many
by,
alcohols
it's not
could
by
we say it is?
percentage because wine you can buy at the grocery store and it's 14.
you can get cheese
Right, but
at
this
the
is
grocery store, too.
25%.
Yeah, which is more. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know where
It's
the
50
line is.
proof.
Where's the line?
It's,
that's hard to
I don't know.
Either way, I'm game.
You're going to have to do some more math. to
Yeah,
figure that
I'll
one
buy
out.
a 6-pack and get drunk 3 times.
Fuck
you know?
doing math, dude. Let's let the robots do that shit. Let's just get drunk.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
Shots. Let's go.
This is all chat GPT.
Let's review this whiskey. Shots.
It sounds risky.
Shots. Let's go. Oh, look. Magic shot pour.
Do you remember when we used to do
Four
shots?
shots.
Let's go before every shot. And then we also used to do. I was cleaning my garage the other day and I found the paper
Yeah. The pregame.
ready to rock shots. Let's go or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1 for the money, 2 for the show.
Yeah, something like that.
3 to get ready. And 4.
Oh. All right. Today we're drinking Kings County Distillery blended bourbon whiskey. Let me read the back real quick.
No.
Distilled by Kings County Distillery, Brooklyn, New York. Distilled from corn, rye, and barley. Aged 2 years. Batch. It has a batch number. A blend of straight bourbon whiskey and other straight whiskeys.
Sweet.
That's what it says. Oh, it does have this is weird. Look, it doesn't have it on the bottle. It has it on
The whenever
card.
whiskey.
a card.
What does the card say?
So on this side, it says every blend that's in it. So like 53 grams of 2-year age straight bourbon, 53%. 10 grams, 2 years straight corn whiskey, 26%. 10 to 15 grams straight bourbon, 12.5%.
10 to 15?
Yeah.
Are they not precise on their measurements?
Malt whiskey and a rye, all mixed together. And on the back, it says, light enough to enjoy whenever the occasion might call for whiskey, yet complex enough for daily sipping, this blended bourbon is a thoughtful revival of an all but lost category of American whiskey.
Fuck you.
I applaud their effort, but shame their
Let's rate
amount
it.
of
And
how
then-
much pretentious
And then I want
bullshit
your
they
thoughts.
have.
You already broke it, bro. It's not going to work anymore.
They don't, no, there's really no pretentious bullshit on here. They're pretty fucking,
It's pretty straightforward, but it's
what's
still a blended whiskey.
Here's a business card about how much shit we put in each one of our fucking blends. You made a blended whiskey just like everybody the fuck else. Shut the fuck up and try to brand it better than like, hey, here's our recipe.
It's a New York muff. Has Brooklyn, New York fucking tattooed all over it.
so, sweetness. All right, sorry, let's just go through it. Sweetness.
3.
It's a little bit high, not crazy high, higher than average. I'm good with 3.
I thought it was average to low. Like if I could split it, I would say 225.
2,
Stop being difficult, Chop.
3. I'll say 3. Trace.
Crunch,
Nice.
pretty low.
2.
I was gonna go 1.5 even.
Ooh.
Crunch, yeah, low. I'll say 1.5.
1.5 it is.
Bite. It does have a bite.
4.
A little bit. Not.
No.
I wouldn't say 4.
Oh, 4. We're going 4.
But I would say 3.
3.5.
I could even go as high as 3.5.
2.5 run of the mill bite for me. It was unique. I will say that it was it has a different taste, but that's the blended part. Yeah.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Y'all are pussies.
It's a 4, right?
It's got a bite.
Say it, Chop.
I think 3.5. I think we'd stay too close to the it's either a 2 to a 3 range. Like, dude, we have a fucking 2 whole numbers in other directions. I think it's 3.5.
It's 5.
Sometimes that shit stretches out. This isn't one of those bottles that does. For me, this is a run of the mill bottle, which would average out.
We also have 5
2s
categories,
and 3s.
and on any given week, we're not going to have 5 4s.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or 1s. They're like, no, it's a 1, it's a 4, it's a 1, it's a 4. No. Most of them are turns out most of them are fucking
Run of
average.
the mill.
Yeah.
This bite is a little bit higher than average.
It's a 4.
3 to 3.5.
I would say 3.5.
4.
I say 3, but he says 4, so 3.5.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna, I don't know. I think this bottle is awesome.
I actually like the bottle a bit.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very simplistic.
Super,
which I like.
super simple. It's literally just like a thin blue label, not even the whole front of the bottle, just a thin blue label at the bottom. And it says King County Distillery Blended Bourbon Whiskey, 43% alcohol.
I kind of like the cork too. So the cork kind of looks
cork
like it's
is
going to be a screw off, but it is a cork.
Yeah.
Like an
Yeah,
actual
and it's
cork.
one of the best pops, if not the best pop we've ever had.
Yeah,
It's a New York
a good
cork.
one. And it has Brooklyn, New York
So this bottle is,
ingrained in the glass.
if it's not specific for this distillery, it's at least unique
specific
to,
to that.
yeah,
Unique, you know.
Yeah.
unique to New York.
Well, and it also says the shit it has shit right here tattooed on the back too.
Yeah,
Lower
it's a
4 and 5,
special
lower
bottle,
4
but
and
it's not pretentious at all. It's not
Yeah.
fancy. It's a straight shooter.
I
Looks like a cattle brand.
I can't go like 4.5 or 5 because that's reserved for
I was gonna go 4.
like a badass, like the one that's shaped like a baseball or a skull or something like that's
Yeah.
to me that's a 4.5 or a 5.
I think it's 4.
This is a solid 4 for me.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm there.
I'm going to go 3.
I like it. I like it a lot.
He hates his own New Yorker over here.
If we're going to bring that down a little bit, 3.
4, 4, 4, and a 3,
I'm a-
3, 7, 5.
I'm gonna
round up. It's a 4.
I'm gonna put
It's
this one
4.
on the shelf as like this is one of my favorite bottles.
Aww.
Not
Drunkenness.
that Balcones bottle.
I'm not
That
a
was
fan
fucking
of-
garbage.
I'm not a fan of the blended as much.
Aren't all whiskeys blended?
No,
No,
but
but a lot of them are.
And it has a unique taste, but not as bad as like the Texas Ranger blended that we had.
Wait, drunkenness. How do we feel about drunkenness?
10.
Run of the mill, 2.5.
2.5.
I think it's great. It's like it's more like a 4 to me.
Yeah, 2.5.
What's wrong with you guys?
What's the proof?
86.
It's 43% alcohol by volume.
Okay, so it's a little above average, but yeah. I mean, it's not hard to get down, but like I'm not going to make any arguments for higher than a 2.5. I think it's pretty average. Like,
What? Now getting into what Chris was talking about. I'm not a big fan of the blended, adding extra flavors and shit. Like to me, bourbon should be like, or
this isn't bourbon.
it is bourbon.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it says blended bourbon whiskey on it.
Blended.
And that means it's blended with bourbon. It would say it is straight bourbon whiskey if it was actually bourbon.
Okay. Well, to me, bourbon should be, it's like sushi, right?
No rice.
You can make sushi that's going to be good if you put fucking like,
Soy sauce and wasabi on it.
yeah, you put some a little piece of jalapeno and cheddar and, you know, not guac,
onion.
what is it? Avocado and like some fucking hot Cheetos or something, you know?
Roll that shit up in rice paper.
Yeah, it's probably going to be good, but the best sushi is simple.
It's sashimi, right?
It's just
rice.
The raw fish.
it's just quality badass shit. To me, blended is taking away from what it is that I like. However, pretty much everything else about this bottle I like.
That's good.
I like the flavor. I would recommend it.
Wow.
I think it's something that is easily accessible. People that maybe don't necessarily like whiskey could jump into this and take a shot and be okay. It's got a cool bottle. It's from New York, but we won't hold that against it more than
I would buy this for a 21-year-old's birthday.
Chops hater.
It's not
I
like
can see that.
it's not like overly expensive, right? And it's pretty accessible and it's pretty easy to drink.
It was so. This is Elijah Craig price range.
Really?
which Elijah Craig is better.
Okay. I thought it was a little bit less than that. But
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying this is my favorite whiskey by any stretch, right? There's better bottles for the price.
Yeah.
There just is. But if you want to try something new and you see this or if you want to, like if you're taking something to a party and you want something that's not already there or that someone else brought.
And there's a lot of people that love the flavors and the different blends. You know, we're kind of a unique breed that we just like. We like whiskey, like
I know,
2 alcohols. You know,
I know we shoot, and that's what we do. I feel like this would be a good
sipping. It would be a good sipping.
No, I'm not even talking about 7. I'm talking about a 7 and 7. I think that is
that would probably be good for that too.
I could see this as a sipping whiskey. I could see this as a mixing whiskey. I could see this as a shooting whiskey.
And you can shoot it. You can shoot it. It's
pretty versatile.
Yeah. It's much better to shoot than the Texas Ranger stuff that was also blended that we did a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, this is way better than that. Mm-hmm. All right, Kings County Distillery.
I see it in 7.7. That's all I'm saying.
So are we going to talk about the hot air balloon in the room?
I guess we're going to have to.
Fucking A.
I didn't even know this was a thing until like Friday afternoon, right? Someone was like, oh, all the hunters are trying to shoot down this balloon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, the Chinese fuck. And this is the guy that wears the tinfoil hat at my office, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds fucking full of shit. You know what I mean?
This is actually one of the only topics you'll ever hear me say this about. I have a tinfoil hat opinion about this fucking thing.
Okay. Let's go.
So, hold on. Let's address the fucking thing first before I explain my thing.
No. So I didn't look it up. I literally wrote it off so hard as this guy's full of shit, or not full of shit. That's the wrong word, but just like he's on one or something. You know what I mean? Something's weird. I don't know. He heard some shit or read some shit somewhere, and
Joe Rogan fucked his head up today.
Dude, But then all the other fucking news starts talking about it, and there's a Chinese fucking surveillance balloon floating over, where is it?
North Carolina, what's up?
Well, it was over Montana.
Yeah, now it's over like,
they shot down over South Carolina.
No. They shot it down over,
They shot it down?
They shot it down over the Atlantic Ocean, first of all, after it traveled across North Carolina.
Well,
and Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, they shot it down.
But the fact is,
how did they shoot it down? Is that weird? That I know that?
No. It was with a jet. There's video.
But yeah, there is video.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, there's video.
Here's what I'm saying, guy. You specifically over there, Blake. Mm-hmm. Remember how you're like, we have shit that will like detect missiles in the air and shoot them down before they even get here. Like we don't have to worry about them attacking it. This balloon just like straight up flew into America. It was like,
yeah, but it didn't sneak in.
No, it didn't sneak in. No, not even a little bit.
It was here before we knew it was here.
It didn't fly under the radar.
It was not. It was not. It was not. It was here before the public knew that it was here.
Dude, the public knew first. Public was like, I see that motherfucker.
No, the fuck it wasn't, because I watched the actual fucking tracking of it that the government did, where they actually show the entire flight pattern of the balloon, where they were like, hey, we saw it launch here, and it went this way, and like fucking tracked it all the way back down there, and they were like, we saw it was happening.
So as far as I can tell, they were just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, we don't want an international incident over this.
Now that we have the fucking basis, here's where my hot take comes in. My fucking tinfoil hat thing. So there's a lot of people that think that it was trying to map like underground missile silos and shit like that, right? Like, because they can see the fucking surface with the satellites and shit,
to
right?
Montana, because those motherfuckers are everywhere in Montana.
So like they don't need to see the surface. They wanted to see what was underground, right? That's the theory. Just a guess, right? It could also just be a weather balloon. Who fucking knows? But the thought is they want to see what's underground, map the missile silos, and we didn't shoot it down early, right? Like, we could have shot it down, like, as soon as it got to the fucking border and been like, hey.
No, we could have shot it down over the ocean.
Oh, yeah, even that, whatever.
Before it even got to us.
Well, like, we could have done it
over the ocean.
It could have gotten
after it went all the way across the country.
We could have shot it down as soon as it hit our airspace and not caused an incident at all, right? Yeah. Like, if we fly a fucking balloon over to
if they
China,
actually knew about it, they probably would have done that. I mean, they shot it down on the other side.
So both in the last 50 years, both China and Russia have both shot down American planes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hear me out.
With people
I think the U.S. government was flexing. And they let that bitch scan all their underground shit and went, yeah. Try something, motherfucker.
He believed what the president said today.
I don't know what the president said today. Genuinely, I do.
Basically,
I do not.
Basically that we knew about it the whole time. It's like, really?
But they fucking did. Like, okay, even if they didn't know about the whole time, like, even if they didn't know that it left fucking China at X day and X time, right?
They knew when the citizens started posting it on TikTok.
Okay, and they still didn't shoot it down for like another fucking, what, 3
they're not going to
days?
shoot it down over soil where there's people underneath it, bro. They had to wait for it to get out in the sea.
Bullshit.
Nah, fuck that. They shot down that passenger jet full of people on 9/11.
Yeah.
They'll shoot down they'll shoot down a surveillance balloon.
So, my fucking hot take is that they knew that they were looking at their underground shit and they went, go ahead, motherfuckers, see what we got. We will blast you into a fucking oblivion. You don't have shit.
America, fuck yeah.
I mean, I could see it. And what's crazy is, like, if you're playing poker, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the opposite. I think they're stupid.
You want them to see. You
like,
want
we
them
knew
to
the whole time after the people were like, hey, what the fuck about this?
That's not our whole hand. If we let them see that part of, that's like throwing down an ace from your pocket, and being like, look, I got the ace. What else do I got?
I challenge you to sit down with our president for 1 hour and have just a conversation with him. You're choosing. You can steer it wherever the fuck you want to go with it. And then leave that conversation and say that we have a plan.
Not the fucking point. What I'm trying to say is that I think that, so, like, even by the time
I feel real good about our plan
citizens fucking saw this balloon, right? And they took, like, what, 3 days to shoot it down? And obviously we can shoot it down because we fucking did. They were letting it be. Now, I'm not saying, like, the fucking thing that I said is the reason they're letting it be. But I'm just saying, what if they were just like, hey, you got x-ray vision? Check out my dick, bitch.
Realistically, I bet which there's no such thing as private companies in China because they're all fucking communists. But I bet some company hit up America and was like, look, we have this balloon that fucking got away from us. It cost us a lot of money. And maybe it might correct itself. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Then we shot it down onto public backlash after we said go ahead?
After people were like, what the fuck? You're just letting balloons fly over? Also, China was probably like, oh, you have a balloon over American airspace? Like, yeah, let's fucking tap into that shit and see what's going on.
So I kind of go the opposite way. I think China did exactly what Putin did in the beginning of when he was about to attack.
Putin.
Yeah.
Putin.
I don't know.
Some off.
But when he was about to attack Ukraine, we were like, hey, you can't like put tanks on the border. And he was like, I'm not.
I have a balloon.
And motherfucker, I can see you.
I think China's just like, here's this balloon. Nobody thinks anything of it. It gets into our airspace. We don't even fucking realize it. Here's what I think. We don't even fucking realize it. And then it becomes a thing because people realize it because it's there, And then we go to China and we're like, what the fuck? And they're like, nothing. We didn't mean to. It's nothing. It's a weather balloon. And then we're like, fuck that. And we shoot it down after, like, to try and cover it up. And then
they would have done that like 3 days ago.
And then we spew the propaganda that we knew the whole time and we just let it fly over the whole time.
But they did know for like at least 3 days and didn't shoot it down.
They could have shot it down over the Pacific in that case.
Why didn't they just shoot it down and then be like, nah, there was no balloon?
Why didn't they just shoot it down in fucking Nebraska or whatever the fuck, where it's obviously not going to hit anybody?
There's people in Nebraska.
Like what, all 4 of them?
Not real people.
I think they're called Hoosiers or something.
I think we can take a 1 fucking civilian loss if it does manage to hit one of the 5 fucking people in Nebraska. I think we'll be all right.
Nebraska used to be a powerhouse college football.
CIA will cover that up. It'll be fine.
Gator, what do you think it is?
I think it's a UFO.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I had that too.
Like a legit alien?
Legit.
Or just an unidentified flying object?
Well, what do they call them now? They're not UFOs anymore.
But it seems like they would have been smarter than the
UAFs.
What is that?
An unidentified aerial phenomenon or something like that. The
phenomenon is
a
a
P.
P.
Yeah.
my only hang up with like it being alien is like, why a balloon, dude?
Why not?
A balloon does seem like pretty basic shit.
It had solar panels on it.
Also,
though.
can we stop calling it a spy balloon?
The Hindenburg went so well.
It hurts my feelings. They're not spying. We knew it was fucking there. Like, at least by the time it was over continental U.S., people were like, hey, there's a fucking balloon right there. And we were like, oh yeah, sure enough. At that point, are you really spying? Or are you just like collecting information.
Maybe it was a bad spy balloon.
No, they're spying until they get caught, and then they go, "Oh no, we didn't mean to."
They're like, "Motherfucker, you're spying." You're like, "I'm just standing here. Like, what do you mean? I'm not hiding. I'm fucking right here."
I'm literally a balloon.
Not moving at the speed of light.
I honestly didn't know about it until today when they shot it down.
And there's a reason that the knowing about it is staggered is because people found out about it from people posting it on TikTok, not from the government fucking know about it on the front end, dude.
God, that would be some scary shit if the government was like, "Wait, there's a Chinese balloon TikTok." Like, that's where they get their information.
Oh my God.
If they're getting their information from TikTok, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like royal, proper fucked.
Yeah, dude. No, we're there.
That's how they track crime now.
That is not fucking there at all.
We're there.
If you don't think that they have like 30 goddamn satellites only on like the Chinese capital.
I did see some big ass scary looking planes doing circles around Lake Travis on Friday.
Yeah,
too.
what was that all about?
You shoot down a balloon.
They might have just been scanning for balloons.
They're looking for balloons.
Apparently they did.
Be concerned about balloons.
So apparently there are more balloons, not in the continental U.S. But
99 of them.
Yeah,
99
Red balloons.
Luft balloons.
Luft balloons.
Anyways, we're gonna go to war with China and Russia soon.
Damn. Yeah.
I don't think so. But so my tinfoil hat was America being like doing
Count them, bitch.
Yeah. Doing the LBJ move, like, oh, these pants are a little tight in the groin, you know?
They did it. Sneaky balloon on their soil.
I don't know.
I don't think they snuck it.
Bitch will blimp your ass.
Although that was a ballsy ass strategy, right? If it was a legit spy balloon,
We'll send Heisenberg over to China.
they're like, well, someone's like, we're gonna fly a jet at supersonic fucking 11 billion miles per hour, like whatever, something crazy, Mach 11 or something stupid.
No, we get that, motherfucker.
And someone else in the room is like, nah, that's stupid. Look, here's what we do. We tie a lawn chair to a bunch of balloons, and then we let it float over there. We take pictures and stuff. And they're like, that'll never work. They'll shoot it down. And nah, they won't even see it coming.
Bro, they nailed it.
So
They nailed it.
the other
it's
thing-
it's the age-old secret. It's the art of buying booze before you're of legal age. Dude, you walk in and you act like you're supposed to be there. Just like this balloon did. The
Sun
balloon
Tzu.
was like,
That was in Sun Tzu, which is where fucking China is, right?
I'm supposed to be here, you know?
What if it was cloudy that day? Nobody would have seen
They
it.
just walked in.
So here's the other conspiracy,
Act
right?
like you own the place. Yeah.
The other conspiracy is that it's a what the fuck am I trying to say? It's like a
Aliens aren't using fucking balloons.
No.
That's what they want you to think.
Damn, what if that's the secret to flying through space, you know?
Turns out they just use balloons.
The solar panels, dude. Come on.
The other conspiracy is that it's China just like sent it over this direction just to be like, I wonder what they would do. Like just to fuck with us. So everybody's up in arms and freaking the fuck out about
Like
it.
raptors and fucking...
I already told you. It's just like when
Jurassic Park.
Putin was messing with Ukraine, and we're like, the whole world was like, you can't do that. And he's like, I'm not doing anything.
It's just a balloon.
And China's just like, we're not doing anything. It's just a balloon. It floated over as balloons do.
UFO balloons.
We need some more badass balloons. Like, we need to send more balloons over there that are more badass.
I saw one of the best things that I think is a proper response, and it's that we need to drop like AC 130 or whatever, the biggest fucking flying thing that we have, right? And then drop balloons that are not filled with helium, so they do go down, right? With SD cards attached to each one of them, and when they put them into their fucking thing, it's just a rickroll.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. And then it melts down their fucking electrical grid or something.
No, it doesn't even have to do that. Just like a million fucking SD cards with a rickroll on it.
It'd be better if we did it with balloons.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Drop balloons that are not filled with helium so they do fall to the ground.
99 red ones.
But why not drop them from a balloon? Drop balloons from a balloon.
Oh, yeah. No, that even
Yeah,
better.
because you can't sneak an A130 into space.
Yeah, they'll shoot it down.
They'll shoot it down.
I mean, they'll probably shoot down a balloon, too.
Nuh-uh. Nope, they won't even know that it got there.
That's the trick. That's how you fly under the radar. And for real, I bet there's well, no, that's stupid.
Why?
I was gonna say you could inflate a balloon to regulate the height, right? What is that called? Altitude?
Mm-hmm.
So that it like is in some kind of fucking range where maybe
Limbo.
the shit won't But you could also fly a plane right fucking there too, right? And it would be a lot faster and more maneuverable and
but-
higher payload and
But
everything.
Planes show up on the more basic radar, so we see it faster. So same with rockets, right? But balloons, nobody's expecting a balloon. Who the fuck thought?
All right, so
who the fuck thought?
We
that
launch a new goddamn
we would-
satellite right over China, and then we fucking build a cannon on it that shoots balloons full of SD cards down at China.
Because we can do that.
Yeah.
But the SD
Sneak it in
cards
with the
say
balloon.
made in China
We need to
on them.
repurpose the Goodyear blimp. Send it over there. Do some
That's
reconnaissance.
what I'm saying. We're going to Heisenberg this shit.
Heisenberg?
Yeah.
What do I look like? Just you?
Just you?
Oh, yeah. Fuck you guys.
God damn it.
I even, like, raised my glasses
Yeah.
to cheers.
He poured a shot for himself and then raised to cheers everybody without anybody else getting a shot. It's real gentlemanly.
Yeah, the Heisenberg is that hot air balloon that like
Caught on fire?
exploded in the 50s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
It was like Nazi technology or something. Because it had like a German name.
Now you're thinking of Eisenhower.
Oh, yeah. He had that big tower, Eisenhower's tower.
I gotta write that down.
I think it's the Blimpenberg.
The Eisenhower Tower.
That's Blimpy Subs.
Blimpyberg.
Wait, wasn't Blimpy a character on a cartoon?
No, you're thinking the pink guy. What was his name?
Wimpy. You're thinking of Wimpy.
No, the pink guy.
Yeah, Hamburger Tuesday. I'll pay you for a hamburger.
Wimpy was a dog, wasn't he?
That sounds dangerous.
Snoopy.
Cheers.
Peanuts.
Who was the pink guy?
Charlie Brown.
The little
Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther.
No, the puffy pink guy. He was like big, round, bubbly.
Kirby?
But Kirby, my man.
That has nothing to do with Eisenhower.
That's TV generation shit.
It's good. I like it.
I like it.
Kirby.
Yeah, that's funny. Kirby, yeah. Y'all ever play that game? That was actually a
Yep.
pretty legit game for Game Boy.
Kirby?
They have a new one, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
He was in
believe
that, what's that game where you jump around and fight each other?
Jump around.
Smash Brothers.
Jump, jump.
Yeah,
jump.
Smash Brothers.
It was the Hindenburg, by the way.
Hindenburg.
No.
Not the Eisenberg.
The Blimpenberg.
It's the iceberg that sunk the Titanic.
All right.
No, that was the Heisenberg.
Did you know that icebergs are only like 30% exposed? The majority of their mass is actually underwater.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw those motivational posters like in middle school.
In like 2000 or something. Yeah.
Elevate.
Yeah, they're like, these are your problems. You have a small bit of a cancer mass on your skin, but really deep underneath it's in your liver. You're like, God damn it. Fuck.
Exacerbate.
Yeah, they teach that in middle school, don't they now? Your exacerbation class.
Got an A in exacerbate.
All right, fuck it. We got to talk about it, I guess.
What's that?
The fucking Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. This will be the last episode before we find out which Texas quarterback wins the Super Bowl.
I'm a Kansas City fan.
Also, maybe the first Super Bowl where both quarterbacks are both Texans.
Is it the first?
I think so.
What about when the Cowboys
Sounds
played like the Oilers or something?
I don't think that Troy Aikman was a Texan.
But the Cowboys are from Texas, so they're Texas
It's not the same
quarterbacks.
thing. It's not the same thing because the Cowboys aren't in the Super Bowl.
What if they live in Texas, though?
I can tell you this. I don't think Tony Romo is allowed to cast games anymore.
He got a lot of hate after that last one.
What happened?
Well, isn't-
Tony Romo caught a lot of hate. They're saying, well, they're going to hire Tom Brady and fire Tony Romo is what's going to happen.
Remind me to show you why Tony
Good.
Romo isn't allowed anymore.
he's in a cast, right?
I think it's more about how he addressed some things that happened in the game.
Oh.
He's getting canceled.
They're going to try to cancel.
I mean, Tony Romo isn't relevant enough to be canceled, is he?
But here's the
Fuck,
thing: all
dude.
the
The guy sucked at football, and now he sucks at broadcasting. Oh shit!
all the most famous broadcasters have said things that could have got him canceled, though. So
Like them. Never mind.
Did we give a fuck about the Super Bowl?
No. I mean, well, we're all going to watch it, but we don't really give a fuck about it. Am I
Yeah,
right?
that's where I'm at.
So it's Kansas City and Philadelphia.
I do know that I hate Philadelphia enough that I'm going to root for Kansas City.
Yeah. That's
Did we talk about how shitty the fans at Philadelphia were at the Houston game
bro.
on the show?
Yeah. Talk to me about the fucking World Series. I've been in the last two World Series. that
Yeah,
happened.
didn't they lose the Super Bowl baseball game?
And the Philly fans were terrible. Actually, wait, no, the Atlanta fans were pretty cool.
Dude, so
Philly fans are terrible.
when I was at that concert the other night, somebody was wearing a Philly hat. Like not even the Eagles, just like had like a P on it or something, you know?
That's the Phillies. Those fans are also terrible.
The
So
Flyers?
one of the like door guys was like, "Hey, what's that hat?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm from Philly." And he's like, "Ah, you rooting for the Eagles?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You know they're gonna fucking riot, right?" Like either way.
When Philly beat the Cowboys, there was a video that went viral of 2 Cowboys fans fighting each other outside of the. And I was like, yeah, they're Texans. They'll fight each other.
Remember the Alamo?
They weren't even the dicks to the Philly guys. They fought each other.
I don't know how that. I hope not.
Well, look, I'm just saying.
At least they're not destroying like property or something.
Look, if the game was in Dallas and I went to the game and the Phillies came here, right? And then, like, we beat the Phillies pretty badly. Like, I would hope that the fight that happened outside would just be 2 Phillies fans fighting each other.
Yeah, but it won't. They're going to be fucking ripping down streetlights and jumping on police cars. Yeah, because
Phillies fans are assholes. That's what I'm trying to establish.
And they're trying to fight all the Texans.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bro, for real. When we were at that Houston game, there was, like, some Phillies fans that, like, just came out screaming like we were looking for somebody to punch him in the face. He's like, I'm going to come out and scream fuck dumb shit at you.
Yeah, he runs out, which I'm not a Houston's fan, but I mean that's where we were, right? You know, and we were watching that game, and I'm from Texas. Why not? Yeah. So anyway, Philly's guy runs up to us and he's like, "Houston Texans suck, go Philly!" Like in our face, and it was like, "Well, yeah, we just lost." Like,
no, that was before the game.
But fuck that guy.
We hadn't gone in yet. We hadn't even gone in yet. Like. Yeah, fuck that guy, right? Like, he's the guy trying to start fights with the other team. I'm saying at least the Texans have courtesy to just, like, fight each other when they're in Philadelphia. They don't even try to start fights in Philadelphia because you're not, you know?
Yeah, it's more respectful, right?
That's absolutely.
Right. He, like, spit on the ground and the other fucking Texas guy was like, hey, man, like, you're representing Texas. Let's show a little bit of respect. And the guy was drunk and was like, fuck you and fuck Philly. And the guy's like, look, I get it. I know. I agree with you. But also, shape it up.
Yeah.
And then they fight.
You're making us all look bad.
I like that. That's the reality I choose to believe in.
You got there. It took me a little bit, but you got there.
All right, guys, the Whiskey and Whiskers website is up. It's whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, there's links to our Patreon account with pledges starting at just $1 a month at whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. You can also find links to the show no matter how you choose to listen. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, almost got there. Podbean, Pandora, Audible, everywhere. And there's live feeds to our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're on the That's Not Canon Network. There's tons of great podcasts, no matter what you like to listen to. Most importantly, if you made it this far in the show, you're a bad motherfucker. If you go to our website, whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com, you can click a link that says you're a bad motherfucker. Click that bad motherfucker link. Your donations keep the show going. This allows us to keep bringing that fire, keep drinking these bottles, and keep making you laugh. Go to the website, click the link, and subscribe. There's some perks there, too. Once you become a member, go see what's up. Go to whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com and donate to our Patreon. New episodes every Monday, new content all the time. We'll see you next week.